Hey, Claude Pelanne here, Affiliate Starting Line. Welcome. This is part 8 of the SEOmoz Beginner's Guide to SEO video series. And in this section, we're going to look at Chapter 8. So our Chapter 8 talks about search engine tools and services. And basically what it talks about is some of the ways that search engines crawl your site and the kinds of tools they need in order to do the job. That's really, and then if they're able to do that job, they can return to you data about what your site looks like from their perspective. So, common search engine protocols. These are common interactive elements that each of the major search engines support and identify why they're useful. Okay, these are the kinds of tools they need and in order to do their job. Now, in this particular chapter, they give you 4 of them. There's more of them, but these are all kind of the most important. So, sitemaps. We already did a video series on sitemaps with the WordPress series, and these are ways that search engines find what's on your site. A sitemap is a file that organizes the information on your site in a way that the search engine can crawl it and figure out what your site's about and what your different posts and pages and are about. So they can parse that data out, get it stored in their servers, and be ready to serve them up when somebody types in the requisite keyword. So there are 3 types of sitemaps they talk about here. One is an XML sitemap, which is the format that's most widely used by search engines in order to parse out and figure out what's on your site. If you're in WordPress, there is an XML sitemap plugin that will do that just for you. The downside here is that they create large files. I wouldn't worry about that because if you're in WordPress in any event, this will all be automated for you with the right plugin. So XML sitemap is one. RSS feeds. Another way to help the search engine figure out what's on your site is to create an RSS sitemap. And in certain, like Yahoo likes the RSS feed as a way of figuring out when your site gets updated so it can come and index it. So RSS feeds is a second tool that's used by the search engine. The third is the TXT file format. The sitemap that uses the TXT format gives you one URL per line up to 50,000 lines. That simply means that the maximum of this kind of a sitemap is 50,000 pages. If you've got a big website with lots of pages, then you're going to be using several TXT sitemaps in order to do that, and you'll just organize it that way. So that's one tool that they use. Next tool that search engines look for and use are robots.txt files. This is a way for you to be able to determine what you want that bot to have access to on your site. And robots.txt files allow you to determine, tell the robot that you want to disallow certain information from being indexed. So you can do that. It also, in a robot.txt file, can tell the location of a website's sitemap or sitemaps. So you can tell the bot whether or not you want it to look at a page or not. You can tell it where the sitemaps are so it can figure out what's on your site. And you can tell it at what speed you want it to crawl. Those are the 3 functions of a robot.txt file. And then they show you a sample of the code here, where it tells you, for example, in this case, the star, they don't want any bots to crawl this particular page. In another case, they don't want this particular bot by name to crawl, and etc. And then this one here, they're telling the bots where the sitemap can be found. Meta robots. Meta robots are page level robot.txt type files. So in this case, you can go by be very specific about the page and the post that you want to have tagged a certain way to tell the robots whether or not you want your information indexed, whether you want it followed or not, whether you want it archived with any of the, or cached with any of the major search engines, whether you want the DMOZ directory to get it, whether you want the Yahoo directory to get it, whether you want the Google directory to get the snippet. So there are ways of telling robots exactly what you want done with the information, even at the page level. We already saw here the nofollow attribute. That allows you to determine whether in an anchor text you can determine with this nofollow attribute whether you want any of your link juice, your page rank, to be passed on to the page, to anybody else. This comes in handy if you're doing an article about a spam site and you want to alert everybody to the spam site. So you put a link in your article to that spam site, but you want to make sure that that link does not pass on any of your authority. And so you would add an REL nofollow attribute to that link. So that's give you an example of specifically how you'd use that. Then there are search engine webmaster tools. There you go into the different search engines and you set up an account, and you can tell it and configure that account to tell it so that you can get the data that the search engine finds when it crawls your site. So there are 3 of those tools. Let me go here and show you. Here is the Google Webmaster tool homepage. So this is the place you would come for Google to find out what it's finding when it's indexing your site. Bing toolbox. This is the Bing Webmaster site where you can come in and find out what Bing is finding when it's, and in each one of these you're going to come and set up your sites and your sitemaps and do all the rest. There are other videos that I've done that show that. And then Site Explorer, Yahoo Site Explorer. That's where you come in to see what Yahoo is finding on your sites. So those are the 3 Webmaster tools that this section 8 talks about. It goes into some greater detail as to the different capabilities of these tools, and you can read that and learn how to do that for yourself. And then SEOmoz has its own Open Site Explorer, and if you join SEOmoz, you can use their tool to find out what they tell you when they crawl your site. So that's it. That's section 8 of the SEOmoz Beginner's Guide to SEO, and I hope this has been helpful. This is Claude Pelanne at Affiliate Starting Line. Stay with it, stay well, and we'll talk to you soon.